my worst start to stream ever. I'm normally more prepared than this, boys. I'll be back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be your godfather for the night, or the day. Whew. The old G-father's a bit pumped out. Bit hot and bothered. Alright, let's see what you fellas are up to. Whew. Hope you can't hear me panting. That'd be awkward. So just finished rubbing. Sorry, I was going to jokingly say I was rubbing one out, but I wasn't. Getting the laundry off the line, rushing about before stream. Look at that, 1 minute to go. What are the boys doing? We can't hear you. Uh-oh. Hello. Alright, music was too loud, yeah? Hey, guys. I'm the grey wiggle. Please feed me, I need food. Godfather, can I have some more? Well, look at what we got here. Can you hear me alright now, guys? Hey, Krish. I'm going to have to go back and catch up on chat. Look at this handsome devil. Hey, this one's for you, boys. Thank you very much for everyone's ongoing support and hanging out with the big dog. So much chat to go back on already. So Wolfman, Braydog came in with the shotgun and dethroned Hazza on his 5,000 streak. Well done, Braydog. Yeah, my streak, it's over. Krish, brother, remember the RX-7 game I was talking about? It's about to release a demo. That's fantastic, Krish. And hello, Krish. How are you, brother? How is Braydog? How is Wolfman? How is Hazza? Wolfman on a 75 streak. Thank you so much, Wolfman. That's wild. And Big Hazza's on a 10 streak. I appreciate that, guys. Really do. I'm gonna go get it back and watch me. I'm going to beat you next time. Oh, that's going on. Let's go. Maybe we can make some big prizes for the shotgun awards. We'll have a tally board. You're being held captive, Azza? Oh, in my closet back there? I just came out of the closet. Maybe I should do a stream like that where I start off by coming out of the closet. Alright, I think I've caught up on chat. You've got him. Alright, give me 1 sec, guys. I've got to quickly check this text message. So, no one's told me how they're doing yet. I've asked all of you. How are you all doing? Alright. So, I am having a long neck. Alright, so Hazza's just hungry. Can we get some food sent out to Hazza, please, guys? Anyone got some spare 2-minute noodles for the brother? Let's hook him up. I forget who said they couldn't hear me before. Can you hear me okay now? Is everything back to normal? Or was it just the music was too loud? You're not allowed to eat at the moment. Got off to work. Oh, got off work before 2 PM. That's fantastic, bro, dog. That's a big win. Big win. Someone free me, please. He's locked up, boys. He's locked up. There's a bottle cap. Found it. Krish asks, Krish is doing pretty good. That's great to hear. Well, look, I don't think we can't do a sesh without just jumping on the ring. I think it's pretty important. You know which one we're going to? Dude Hadrons. So I had a interesting day today, guys. He likes your walls. How'd you get him in there, Braydog? Did you lure him in with just jingling your keys, or? Messing around on DayZ? Fully sick. When you say messing around, just playing, or are you doing something goofy? Look, we might give DayZ a go on the new Turkestan map that comes out. I kind of love-hate DayZ. Got enough hours to say that I obviously loved it enough to be playing it, you know, 8 hours a day at one stage. So it'd be worthwhile having a look. Alright, let's reset our car here. Anyone wants to come and hang out on the ring, please feel free. I've got 9 slots for friends and stuff and things. He just came in on his own accord. Oh, sorry, Wolfman, you're playing DayZ. I got names mixed up because you guys are doubled up in colour. I apologise. Yeah, when you say messing around, you putting fucking C4 down or like claymores on water fountains, or? Alright, how's it gonna come? Well, I'm gonna get a little warm up going. If I remember correctly, this is the NOS-on setup. Tell me if you guys are happy with the car volume. I have it turned down a fair bit, but if you think it should be louder, let me know. I'll be able to dial it in a little bit. Alright, I'm going to try and read a big long message. Your e-bike is broken. Oh. Alright, we've already crashed. Fantastic start. Do you park your e-bike that's broken outside Hazza? Oh, Braydog can't. He's on console. Hey, Hazza, was it you that was on holidays in Australia? I can't remember. For a wedding? Brother Wolfman was just in the bunker of Sakal with a bunch of randoms, and we just separated on the beach. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, maybe just keep it. If you got somewhere undercover, man, you don't want that thing bursting into flames. Have you already done your trip, Hazza? Has that come and gone? Oh, we're too hot. Yeah, did you have a good time, mate? And what do you think of Australia? Oh, Braydog's on a big race this week. Is it a multi-hour like an enduro? Endurance, sorry, enduro's a different thing. I think it's motorbikes. You're back in the States. Yeah, it was cool, it was amazing. Nice, brother. Glad you had a good time. You're back home safe and sound. Big flight, brother. We look a little bit rusty, guys, don't we? We don't look like no professional sim racer. We don't look like we should be challenging Jimmy Broadbent live on Instagram. occasionally. We just look like a pretty good... I think this third gear entrance here is not too bad. Peace out, guys. I might join the game in a little, but for right now, I'm probably just going to watch a movie or something. Peace out, everybody. Take care, Hazza. Thanks for hanging out, bro. It was good to see ya. Enjoy your movie. We might catch you later on. You're also going to figure out how to get out of Prey Dogs 4. I love it. Yeah, we'll send you a spoon, bro. With some ice cream. You can eat the ice cream so you're not hungry, and then you can dig your way out. I've got your back, yeah? Even though I know Braydog wouldn't do anything nefarious, if he's got you in the wall, he's got you in the wall for a good reason. I will be free. Fourth gear was a bad choice. So we'll try and, as I come drifting off the track, get a lap in. We might investigate. So we had a lot of fun going to the West Coast server, wasn't it? Yeah, that was kind of new to me. Like, even though I'd tried it on single player, I did enjoy my experience out there the other day. So potentially to widen our BeamMG horizons, we could check out another server with another map. Maybe see what's going on. Didn't realise I was in second there. Wild gear choice. I can handle second here. I think that can... I've demonstrated it poorly, but if you get to lean into second there, it could be, I think, the best gear to choose for the carousel in this car. It's got power to keep you on, but if you get down too low, you're not out of RPM to get out of it. James, the big dog, what's going on? Wolfman, I'm gonna read that message on the back straight, okay? And how'd you go as well? I wanted to hit you up, man. I was thinking about you because I was watching some Stalker 2, Wolfman. I was wondering how your playthrough was going, if you were still jamming on that. That's a little wild. What is going on? Big fourth gear fucking 100. Oh, we're ordinary here. Also, this could potentially become like a drink driving stream. I don't think I'm over the limit at the moment, but we are doing a long neck, so we could just pretend all my bad driving's due to the fact that I'm inebriated. I can start catching up on chat now. Alright, here we go. I bet I crashed on the back straight or something. Fucking reading chat. I believe. Alright. It's gone far. I missed a couple of your streams, but I was able to save and watch the videos. I was helping a friend. Lost someone. Oh, he just lost somebody. I'm sorry to hear that, man. We're in the middle of planning a big fishing trip with a bunch of old friends. That's sick, my bro. Whereabouts will you be going? Like far or local? Not our best work, guys. Definitely not our best work. No one show that to Jimmy Broadbent because he won't race me. He'll be like, what? That guy's a scrub. Yeah, like, look at that. That's 16 seconds off where we're chasing and where we actually are as a professional sim racer. Alright, I hope your mate's doing alright, Wolfman, as well, man. And, you know, like, guys, 100%, there's no requirements to watch, you know what I mean? Fuck, I hope I'm sure most of you had been here, like, a couple of weeks ago when the Viking fucking came in, yeah, like I was saying, and I've seen him, I reckon, 3 times over the last 10 months, like, so it doesn't make any difference. There's no qualifications, yeah, so. And James just finished playing 3 hours of Stalker 2. You liking it still, bro? PC was begging for mercy at the end of the session. Wow, Brain Dog races better. Oh, better when he was drunk one time. Nice. My Stalker 2 runner is still going with the SMG and the shotgun so far. So yeah, that's what I was asking, man. It's a big dick play. You got some armor piercing rounds for the S2. That'll help with the Monolith Deep game, bro. And James got past the circuit chapter. That's pretty cool. I like that. I love that. He's got so much goop to sort through. That sounds gross. I get it. Yeah. Ah, the coast. Close to Florida. Alright, nice, brother. Yeah, that'd be sick fun. If you go, please take some photos, man, and share them with us when you get back. That'd be radical. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the music down. We're going to turn the car up a little bit. I might ignore chat just for the lap, but I wouldn't mind trying to see if we can get a semi-decent lap in, guys, because no one wants to see somebody just drive around the track mediocre-like, do they? I'm pretty sure none of us. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be the one doing it. Audio. Master. We're at 36. Let's go up to 50. Yeah? It's a bit better. We almost blew the car up. Alright. Yeah, it's not too loud. It's not overwhelming. For you guys with keen eyes, there you would have noticed that I hit the wall already. That's pretty cool. So just keep in mind, we're always running NOS whilst we're accelerating on this opening part of the lap, just because of the way the car's set up. So it is making the car inherently more dangerous and unstable. But we know we can handle it. That's how we were doing our hot laps. But we have been out of the scene for a little while. We should be out of rocket juice now. Fairly clean. Oh, that's possibly the best execution we've done of that corner ever. It's been a while since we've done that clean as well. That was atrocious. Literally looked like the bio shit. Okay, it's all gone out the window. I think we need to take Bray Dog's advice and get drunk. Try again. James, it's not a 5-stream streak. Thank you very much, my bro, for the support. I really appreciate it. Yeah, mate, look, James, you have to give it a go, bro. It's that simple. You have to give it a go. You will love it. We need to retire the car. Braydog, what are we talking about? Which car? This car? You might not even be talking about that, but I'm going to take that as a sign anyway. Let's get in the Pessima and do a lap. We'll do V3. Oh, yeah, sorry, now I get you, brother. Maybe I should have. I don't think I was having any damage, and I didn't see a damage report come up, but it's hard to tell as well because I got the chat up there. But again, I'm going to take it as a sign. Maybe we can get a lap in the Pessima. You guys know what I did then, don't you? Oh, that was pretty exciting. Didn't even know that was a thing. Literally, that's 1 millimeter away from happening all the time. I'm surprised that's the first time that's ever happened. So I just found out that the button next to my index finger, which is accelerator, does sick fucking camera change to like some Grand Theft Auto style camera. Oh, fuck, this car is fun to bring its little head off. Look at it. I want to buy an Apple pen and get into digital art. Hey, Braydog, you know who you should speak to about that? Skeptical. I'm pretty sure he does a lot of that. Might be able to give you some advice, man. Maybe there's a better option to get. Do you have, like, Apple devices already, so you need to get that? That was very close. Just posted a video at Discord. It's a funny one I found of the Bouquet S2 saw the other day. Nice, my bro. We'll check that out. It's just all experience. Godfather, it's just all experience. I'm going to check that video out now and pretend that's the reason why that happened, because I wanted to go and see the funny video. Little fan. Let's do that. That's not what I want. How do I... Yeah, there we go. Is this the video? Yeah, Wolfman. Why does that happen? Fuck you. I want to watch it. Is it this? Here we go. Oh man, I'm pumped to get back into Stalker 2. This content needs to drop soon. Popping heads. The blood looks great. Yeah, I really like immersive, realistic gameplay. I'm already subbed to him. He's the GOAT, I reckon, when it comes to Stalker content. The GOAT. Alright, boys, we're doing it. We're going to try a new server. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, there's the quit option right there. Let's try it. And it worked. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm pumped for Stalker 2 again. So that says modded. So we're looking. Yeah, the APs, they make the difference. And Braydog does have the newest iPad. Yeah, well then that makes 100%. But yeah, mate, like if you've got little anything in you that feels like that, get into it. Yeah, like because if you don't try, you're better off selling 100 things that you don't use. Yeah, rather than not buying any. Yeah, like it might seem like a waste of money, but at least you try it because you never know what you might really, really enjoy until you try it. So, um, so we've got Hirochi, which there's some people. I wonder if they're running around the actual track. Should we check? Might be able to get a race. Vaydog just bought them through Uber. So what? Uber's going to deliver them to your house? Yeah, and Wolfman saying it's become his bread and butter. Yeah, that's understandable. Let's just have a quick look, see what type of cars people have got. Alright, one guy's got a flying car. So Ferrari, I guess, or a Lamborghini. Maybe a Skyline. Is this guy here being a weird guy? He is being a weird guy. Alright, we'll just jump in our SBR. Oh, definitely spawn me, definitely spawn me backwards, thank you. That's exactly what I want. Alright, let's see if we can catch this guy. This is the best way to catch him, is by driving off the track. Come on, baby. We didn't need to brake that much. Now, we're not big on Hirochi. We've done a little bit of time here, but... Fucking cunt. Did I just crash when I was saying I'm not big on Hirochi? I don't really know it that well. I don't understand. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who, you know what I mean. Like, and not to poo-poo somebody's yum, but Fucking, I don't understand, like, coming to a live server and just grabbing a trailer and doing whatever the fuck that is. Like, I don't get that at all. My brain can't comprehend how that is fun to you. Alright, so we're absolutely trash at this track. Let's try again. Let's get down here a little bit and we'll wait for the guys to come down the straight and we'll join them. We'll start in second gear. Oh, there's a guy. Let's race him. Oh. Wait. Oh, he's got like a Yaris GR. He had a Yaris GR. Looks like he's changed it. Alright, now what we'll do is we'll pretend we're inexperienced, right? By driving like a special person, right? And then we'll lower his, this guy, we'll beat him in anything, yeah? And then that's when we start dominating. It might not be the case like that, guys. Wolfman, I'm going to catch that one next time I come to a big stop, brother. I'm sorry, I don't want to semi-read it. We're in trouble. Can't see him in our mirror. So far, we're winning. Now we are in a far superior car. So maybe we could take a new car. Get some more competitive racing going. Maybe we can jump in Blackface V3. What the fuck? Alright, let's get into our new car. So we've got some... How was he... Oh, so I've got the ability for no one to interact with me going. And he doesn't. Alright, so let's grab our Pessima. Alright. Oh, it's not a Yaris at all. His car is far superior than ours. He probably just whacked 13 turbos on it, so to compete with the zombie Zamboni. He might not be able to handle his power. Says the guy that won't be able to handle all his power. Oh! That was a good prediction, Godfather. I did just put it into first gear then, for those who are the uninitiated. Now, Wolfman, I'm not missing your message. I just wanted to get one more quick lap in. And it turns out we beat him in a slower car. Oh, so far we're beating him. A bit of racing going on here. Five people going around. Oh, that was pretty nice. Here we go. That was a nice lap. Alright. I'm gonna have to go back in time. Oh, really? That's awesome, Wolf. So there's death crosses. Oh, actual, yeah, yeah. Oh, what? And they get highlighted. That's sick, brother. I imagine you went and paid some respects. My Apple Pen is a gift to myself. I'm going through my second chest infection in 5 months. Oh, brother, that's no fucking good, Bray Dog. Whoa, street races. Alright, we're actually racing. We had no contact with him. But again, we've run another race. We'll still get the lap in. Just so we can try and get some more knowledge of this track. Oh, boys, that was tight as tiger. You could probably go a bit harder then in third. And maybe we can stay in fourth there. Yo, yo, instant noodles. The noodler is here. How are you, brother, man? I was thinking about you the other day as well. That's wild. How you doing? Oh. Oh. We're not to be trifled with soon here. And bro has a much faster car than us, this guy here. Alright. Oh, come, brother. Come, come, come. He's right on our 6. He's got the power on us, see? But that won't mean nothing when he's buried in the sand. Oh, that's a good line. That's a wild line. Wild, man. Oh, good luck keeping up with that, Tiger. Brother doesn't realise he's racing a prodigy. We're dead. Everything's fine. Probably relax. We need more alcohol. And we got him again, boys. Huh? That's 4 from 4, I think, now. Silent Rogue. Dun, 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 dun. This one's for you, big dog. My oldest and most dearest friend. How are you, mate? The Noodler is not bad at this track as well, boys. So we have a competitor coming. And look, here he is. It's the Noodler, man. Cue it up, big dog. Doing well, thank you very much, Mr. Rogue. Universe tried to smite me down, but guess what? I said this today. The shipper Theseus cannot become a new ship unless it's been kicked in the cunt a few times. So, drinking and driving, tisk tisk. I'd like to smack a crimp in that ass. Have patience, pimp Omeo. Have patience. How you doing, Limp? I can't see a fucking thing. Oh, we're going to take down the big dog as well. Come on. We got we got half his motor. Push it, baby. Push it. What's the Noodler Man been up to? Oh, we're racing. How's Silent Rogue doing? What's he been doing? This is cool. It's like multi-class racing. Like Bathurst back in the good old days. Noodler said he was not bad at this, and I'm just smoking these kids. Smoking them in a fucking slower car as well. Oh, this guy, I don't know who he is. He's a brand new stranger, but we're roasting him. Good man, finished a shout-out track for a streamer buddy who always raids me, so I made him a custom track to play whenever he comes into my channel. That is so fucking cool, my bro. That is very cool and really lovely as well, man. Good guy. Grip it, and rip it. He's got me on the outside here. He's got the power. Oh shit, there's been a multi-car fucking pile-up behind us. Oh. We're doing good. He's not in my class or my race. He's an Aussie. So he threw in a few references. Can I ask what references? I am also an Aussie. I'd like to see if I'm able to pick up on them. Godfather Actual for the 1000th race in a row. We're just running them, boys. We're running them. Push it, baby. Push it. I should have blocked him. Oh, shit. This guy can't remember that corner's there. I'm not doing the best for it myself, but I'm doing better than him. It's the Noodler. We're in it, boys. Put the call out on Jimmy. Let him know I want him. We're dead. Pretend we're cool. They won't even know. They don't realise. See, they've all reset. I'm still the winner. Haven't been out. Oh. You haven't been up to much, but you worked last night. I'm actually reading chat and not looking. There we go. Sorry, man. Yeah, it makes so much difference when you're reading and paying attention, Silent Rogue. Yeah, nah, that's good, bro. Yeah. And still doing triviaing. During the breakdowns, I shout Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Classic, brother. The Aussies love that. That gets them pumped up. You gonna check the Pessimas out? Nice, brother. Pessima's a good car. Nice, bro. I'm glad it's going well. Yeah, see, if we don't cock block that guy on the straight, he just uses that fucking power. Gets right in front, but the only thing we can pray is that he forgets about this corner being a corner up here, and we don't. So don't change. We want third. Oh, this fucking dog. The white guy's got me with his power this time. That sounded bad. We're good. Everything's fine. We're pulling a little. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Alright, we need to up our car now because the bro knows the track. Oh, we just avoided an incident. That was wild. You forgotten how to drive, Noodler? It's okay, brother. It's okay. You can remember. Alright, so we need to get our better car out. We're going to take V1 out. Little bit more power. They won't even know the difference. Ready? I know what's going on. Hang on. Just a casual fucking fourth gear drift. This guy'll panic. This guy'll panic. Ready? Okay, he didn't panic. I'm panicking. Everyone's keeping up with me. It's horrible news because I can't handle the car. He panicked? I don't know who this guy is in the car that overtook us. I think he's in the race. And he actually wins. Black car guy. He's got some crazy power. What the fuck was that? Alright. We're lined up. Let's do this. It says your Discord link is invalid. Do you mean the one from my homepage on Twitch? Because it has been working, mate. But I'll check it if that's the case. That was an accident, guys. Sorry. All right. This guy is all over our ass, though. I can't handle this car. This guy is cooked. Whoever that is in the black car is a fucking... Oh. I'm fucked. Oh. Oh, they're all over me. Guy's like drift beating me, yeah? Might be Dream Borbet. He might have been, like, heard the slander online and he's come with his sim racing setup and he's drifting all over my face. I think as well it is, we need to have the same cars for it to be any form of real race. I think everyone would agree with that at the best of times. This thing's bananas. Yeah, I'm looking at you, buddy. It's funny how they've let me become the adjudicator of racing, isn't it? Look, they're all waiting for Godfather. They don't even know. They don't even know I'm a world famous streamer. Yeah? It's semi-true. People from around the world, for some reason, watch this nonsense. Says your Discord link is invalid. Yeah, that one, I'll just double check, bro. So you mean this one on my Twitch, on my homepage, on my about? I hope I can't hear myself. That's always gross. Do you mean this one here? Yeah, can somebody else let me know? Because we haven't had any problems with it for quite some time, but... Invalid invite. Seems to work, doesn't it? Doesn't look great, though. I'll check it out, my bro. Thank you. Alright, let's race these guys. Oh, only because I'm in it. Okay, fair. Better here, boys. Not against, you know, the fucking supercars. Yeah. But against the regular folk. Oh, thank you, my bro. Doing less better. Yeah, I don't want to be driving in supercars. Do these guys actually feel like they're winning anything? They can't, can they? I'm going to go in an even slower car. What do we feel like? Just to let them know. You know what I mean? Like, what are you winning? Riding around on my push bike, honey. Doop. Oh, we're about to make a right and a left turn without transmogulator. Pulling a rather sick drift, aren't I, Osmond? Okay, it turns out this thing doesn't have a gearbox, and I'm not shuffling gears anytime soon. We're in second. Yep, there is no gears. This is maximum speed. Keep it on the road, Sonny. What a beautiful car, though. Yeah? I'm not into cars like this, but I can definitely, like, appreciate their beauty. Like, and think, wow, what a different fucking time. You know, a car just isn't like a thing that you just have. Like, it was like a real luxury. Yeah, we'll check it out. This might have been something I think we looked at as well when we were jamming. But I love how you know about all the lore, Wolfman. You're my lore man, yeah? I think we did pretty well there, boys. Pretty well. How you reckon? Let's check it out. Also, let's shuttle this down in the background. Look at this. There's the cross in Starry, or just outside of in between Cabino and Starry Sobor in DayZ. Yeah, that's cool. Pay respects to the bros. If I wasn't at my friend's house, I'd pour this on the curb. Thanks, Wolfman. Oh no, we've rear-ended some high-end motor vehicle. We do a sick burnout, is that a thing? Oh, not bad for an old rig. Yeah, I couldn't see myself driving something like this. Is there like a cool version of it? Let's have a look, out of curiosity. Like, oh, there is hot rod versions. That's pretty cool. Always wanted a hot rod. Alright. Maybe not the most practical car for... It's got 2 gears. Again. They didn't upgrade that part of it. Yeah. Looks cool. Yeah, but not my jib. Not my jib. Alright, we'll give our hibachi a go. And then I think we might go and try and kill some people. Got him. God, this is such a lovely car. Like, don't get me wrong, if I run it off the track, it's entirely my fault, but it is just such a fucking well-made motor vehicle. I really liked just the hill climb version of this when I first drove it. I was like, this is something special, but there was something I really didn't like about it. It felt so unstable. And then, Krish said that he didn't build this, so we're assuming it's going to be Blackie that made it, so... These guys are pushing some serious power. Yeah, I think we're following some pretty decent racing lines. Like, we don't look like we're all over the joint. This corner is troubling to me. Oh. I'm done racing you guys. I'm gonna race myself. Oh, we weren't far off from pushing it then and being fairly nice line. Starting to look a little bit better. Pushing a little harder. So you can think that you got too slow there on that corner, but then you've got that other corner right behind it, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we've got to use the middle of the road here and then come in. We're a bit discombobulated right there, and then the S's. Third gear here. We're fucked it. Yeah, bro's in a fucking rocket car. You know. Yeah, I'm a much better racer than these guys. They don't come anywhere near me. Whoa! Goes past at 327,000 kilometers an hour. That guy's inside of me. Almost gripped it too long then. No, I had to rip it. Oh, let's get this corner right. Much better. I don't want to come out that wide there. It seems like a waste of space and time and continue on. That's a bit nicer there. We're warming up. We've got to figure out this corner here. It's perplexing to me at this point. A lot better. Don't want to get unsettled here. Brought it on a bit deeper. We could have gone closer to the line here. But we don't want to be too fast here. One, two. That's a bit tighter. Probably got to go on a bit faster there. Second gear was wild zigging. It was made consciously by me. A little loose. Oh, at least we're starting to look like we remember there's a track here, yeah? I think we can keep doing better at Hibachi. I was saying that when we first raced here, it would be potentially a good fun place to bring the boys to have maybe a private server. I'm not sure if that's the thing that we could set up and have a full collision race with the family cars. You know, run the Zamboni, run the Pessima, run the Van Man, run the... I'm not sure if we've got any other family cars, but... Fourth is weird. Oh, hang on.
I'll drop that motherfucker.
Franz Jr. 2106, thank you very much for the follow. How you doing, brother man? More than happy to bin that car into the wall so we could catch that. Alright, we'll go a couple more laps, guys, and then we'll either find another server just to fuck with for a little bit, or get our armor on. Franz, it's very nice to meet you. Thank you very much for the follow. How did we find you? Are you a Beam MG fan? This is the power these guys have got. Oh, good save. Yeah. Nice, brother. And do you play multiplayer or just single? You love the beaming? Nice, my bro. Me too. I've only just started playing it on stream in the last few months. In the last month and a bit, maybe. But yeah, very much enjoyed it. You're a multi-blazer. Multiplayer. Corbin Dallas multipass. Ah, awesome, my bro. And what do you enjoy doing in Beam? Racing, full driving, flying, shooting cannonballs, crashing trailers into the ground repeatedly. What's your poison in this? Single player. Crashing. You're a crashing guy, so you love the physics. We were asking about you at the start of the stream. There was a guy in this server that was just literally spawning trailers and then just smashing them into the ground. And I said, I don't understand this man. Now, I'm not saying that was you, right? But so yeah, I guess, and I said, not shitting on him. He can play any way he wants. Like, it's not going to interfere with me, but I don't understand it. This is a racing game to me, but I've been told otherwise. It's a simulation of physics. Oh, which we are simulating physics pretty well on this track at the moment, boys. Too deep. Let's keep it in fifth. Come back to third. Keep it wide. Definitely don't go back into second. That is just a weird thing to do. We hit dirt then. There was a reset, so it's still on YouTube for a minute and saw people talking about adding DLCs to the Long Dark. Yeah, bro. And you know there's a sequel coming out, yeah? That was a nice little slide save there. Didn't lose too much speed. Oh, yeah, I'm enjoying the Hirochi Jack track, boys. Is Hirochi a real track in Japan? Or is it make-believe for Beam? Stay in third. Go deep. Don't get unsettled. On the brakes. Hard. Stay in fourth. Do it into the red. Not what we want. Not what we want. Go straight and pretend we wanted it. I wanted to do that. Alright. I think it's time. I want to kill somebody. I want to kill somebody. Out of here, Beam. Get out of here. Any chance, friends, you enjoy a little bit of Arma or shooting people? Is that something you enjoy as well? I hope so. Oh man, look at this, boys. What are we saying? The sarcophagus. Do you think they built the sarcophagus to bury the fourth block? So the sarcophagus is a real thing, a big cover they made to go over the Chernobyl thing. It's quite impressive. I think that might be it. I'm not sure if it is. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's to do with the cleanup, and there's this big fucking tent that they moved over it. This looks awesome. I'm fucking pumped, boys. Tell me that's not getting you guys pumped up, yeah? Hmm? Boys getting pumped? Let's quickly update stream. Arma. Arma. That'll do it. Ah, wonder what's popping. I'm really hoping number three's popping. 22. That is not popping. What time is it? It should start to pop, potentially. Let's have a look at vanillas. Anaze is not full pops. It's interesting. The last bit of that beer is starting to taste horrendous. Maybe it's not an Arma night. We could go Anaze and just do some desert fighting. Let's just hope it's not fucking nighttime. This will take merely seconds to download, guys. So, as many of you know, I hope you're enjoyers of watching the downloads because it's going to happen quickly. I'm going to go and visit Penny Wong, see how she's doing. Maybe freshen up my beer with a new beer. I'll be back. I told you it would take merely seconds, didn't I? Now, what type of gun do we feel like using? Why are the numbers like that when it said there was like 70 people in there? Did the game just restart? These are the things we know and don't know. I think I want to be... I'm going to be moving around a bit. I reckon we'll be in NATO. We've missed a good opportunity to get in there. This is wild to see. Arma's losing its jazz. It's literally peak gaming time, guys, in my country right now. Oh, brother, you should have told me. I didn't even know you were here. Yeah, you said hi at the start and then you were just gone. Nice. We might end up going back to it, I don't know. This is pretty wild. 54 people. There was literally 70 in there. I don't think 20 would have left. It must have restarted the game in between me loading in. Alright, we're in. Guess we'll tell in 1 second. Fuck yeah, this gun is insane. Yeah, brand new game. I think we may have missed all the jellycopters. Not what I want.
Can someone call an admin? Why?
Admin!
The server just keeps on crashing for everyone.
Admin.
Oh, gay. That's what I joined into. Admin, come here. Come on. It's Godfather.
Wait, look,
Hey.
so I'll get Tempo on.
Ayo.
Hello. Wait, how many times has the server crashed and how recently?
I just got disconnected like 6 times just before.
Yeah.
Tom Pell group chat. No way.
That sounds pretty ordinary. I'm out.
Yo, Easton, come here.
Yeah.
Alright. There we go. We're going to have a quick look at Ruha. How didn't Ruha pop from that fucking nonsense? Especially if that was dying. Yeah, we can't join a 25 server on Ruha. Alright, Chris, you tell me, what do you want to do on Beam? If you're still there. If you're not, I'll find something else for us to jam on. Which I already know what the answer to that is, but we'll just see. Oh, I hear noises. No worries, my bro. Well, unfortunately, Arma looks like a no-go tonight, but we do have a world on Space Engineers that I am enjoying playing. We will get back into that. I'll just quickly update Twitch. All right, boys. I am excited about Space Engineers 2, guys. I just need it to come along a bit further before I reckon we can transfer over. Now, I will quickly just show you what I've been doing is it's a lot easier to design something in a creative world. So on my day off, I created a giant spaceship. Now, let's turn over here. We'll do a reveal, right?
Fuel
So,
critical.
I went through many iterations to get to this point, and I reckon I spent fucking a good part of 15 hours building this. So, this is the final product of that. This is the GFA 13. I'll give you guys a walk around. As you can tell, it's pretty big, yeah? Pretty big. So, there's a new element to this game that I haven't experienced at all, and it's like the final tier of weapons, or maybe not weapons, but like all things in the game that you use to produce things or whatever, like drills and stuff like that. And it's called Prototech. And the only way you can get it is by attacking I've got my HUD turned off, I think. So there's a marker that's far off in the world, yeah? And you have to go there and then fight some motherfuckers, and then you get some stuff, right? So I've never done any of it since they've introduced it. And I would say that sort of mechanic's going to cross over into Space Engineers 2, but it's part of the survival world. So anyway, this is the ship that I thought that we could take to go and fight these proto motherfuckers. So you can see there's like another iteration of it that I was working on, and then it ended up with the big guns on the side. There wasn't very many guns on this one. But anyway, let's go and jump inside. So pretty much, yeah, like, well, literally every single block, every corridor, every single thing that you see has been placed by yours truly. So proper working airlock from outside to inside. Hey Aaron, great to see you, my bro. You got a nice pair of skinny guns too? Nice. What's been going on, brother? Alright, so this is the start of the tour. So you come in here, is the central hallway, which also looks pretty cool. Yeah. This is sort of like a hybrid area. So you got our farm plots up here and here, so that you can grow food. This is a reactor that can run off plutonium, if we were to be lucky enough to find some up in space, so that would be great to find. Instead of using normal conduit piping in the game, I've used cargo containers for every bit of plumbing, except for like some of the decorative plumbing like this, so that we don't actually have any large storage, but the whole sort of skeleton of this whole rig is made up of little storage cargo. So you can sort of see from here, see how it says small cargo, yeah? We've got a lot of them. Yep. You're good, not much going on tonight, just woke up. Today was a miss. Ah, that's alright, my bro. Fuck today. Today can get fucked. We're all about tonight now. This is a spawn point here, so it's always smart to have more than one spawn point. Yeah. Down here, this is not airtight, but the only reason you'd need to go out of here would be because some form of emergency. So this is sort of to start the edge of, like, that's an engine there, that's an engine, and that's an engine, and there's another one up there. 1.21 gigawatts. It's over 9,000 gigawatts. Little balcony here for absolutely no reason, but we can pretend that you could come down here and repair the engines if need be. Also, your face would get burnt in by this engine. You went from major flooding to heat, so no one does nothing unless it's early morning or late evening. It's just too hot. Yeah, I'm hearing you on that, brother. Fuck, one to the other. Alright, so that's the engineering, we're calling that. This is all wheelchair accessible, so if I press a button, yeah, all of these slats go like that, and it turns into a ramp, and we can get you up there. But as well, this is a space game, so your wheelchair, I build it for you, Oren. I got you covered. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know this. I don't address you guys by looking at you at the camera. Yeah? I look down at where chat is and I talk to your name like your name is you. Yeah? You'll be fine. It's in space. There's no gravity. Yeah? But as well... Alright, so anyway, that's through here. This is a corridor. That's where our little surprise is. I'll turn my lights on so you guys can see. So this still has an airlock here. Airlocks are very important to preserve the oxygen that you have inside your ship. But this is an emergency exit, so you can see out onto the antennas at the front. So, or maybe not an emergency exit, maybe it's an attack exit, so you jump out of it and go and grind your way into somebody else's ship, which sounds really gay, and then take their panties. I meant nothing. So this is the other side, remember? Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the terrarium. So there's a rainforest terrarium over there. There's this one. There's a desert terrariums. This is so people don't feel homesick. These are algae farms, yeah? And I've also got oxygen farms that are very similar. I've used them as structural blocks. You can see them all over the place. That block up there, you can see that it's got 4 green dots. That's not a battery, that's an air vent, and the 4 green dots are telling us that we're pressurized ATM. These are the beds, both wheelchair accessible beds. This is just a small forest, if you can tell. See, look, that's actually a giant tree that's been shrunk down with space technology and put inside of here. Shower, sink, toilet. Yeah, look at this. Space toilet. That is where you wash your hand. So you put one hand in there and you spray it. Hand. You put your hand in there to clean your hand. So this is the toilet, and this is how the toilet works. You sit on the toilet and you do...
Fuel critical.
You poop in there, gets sucked out. This is a window. It's not a door. It's just a window. Now here's Oren's space wheelchair. Yeah? Yeah? You like that, Oren? And as well, I have it. This is a special door that opens, and then you can go out in your space wheelchair to investigate the world out there. I even got a spinny whirly dervish ore detector on top, which we can turn on. Watch it spin. Yeah, and that's how you know you'll be out there finding space ores for us.
Fuel critical.
So this is the lower deck, guys. This is the poop deck, as it's known in the industry. There's the other terrarium. Look, pretty butterflies and snails. Then we go upstairs, back into the central corridor. We've got something special behind there. That's obviously a big room. We've got good visibility out of the windows. You liking this? This is great. A little bit of like just this is just for the people to come up, just a viewing window. Then we got the upstairs deck. What? This no purpose whatsoever, but I'd run out of ideas. This is a medical machine, also a spawn point, but we can also change the color of our skin. We're now a cow. Yep. There might not be goth girls here, but there are guy cows for Silent Rogue. Another little observation deck. Stuck in space wheelchair. You can see out the windows here, they are ginormous guns. Yeah, ginormous. The biggest guns, right? So anyway, this is the upstairs section. It has a purpose. Oh, you guys, some of you guys are on a commercial break. I'm gonna drink some beer. We'll look out the window at version, I think that's version 3. But if you want, what I'll do is I'll show you my iterations and you can see how we got to where we got to. Oh, we might drink more of that. It's nice and cold. They don't stay cold for very long. Yeah, bro. Every piece. So that square there is a piece. That square there is a piece. This rail's a piece. Yeah, like a Lego. And then not only that, so like, and you'll be able to see when I explain to you the additions before it. Additions? Renditions? Randy? I don't know. But how you get to certain places, like some people would have bigger brains that have got more time in the game that would build stuff in a different way, but I'll sort of talk you through how I got here. Mate, look, I'll tell you now, right now, Oren, like, it is a phenomenal game, yeah? I can't recommend it enough because the thing is that you can play like I said, you could get 1,000 hours out of this game playing it and never actually play the game how it was intended. You could get 1,000 hours out of playing, just building Legos, yeah? And the Lego doesn't have to be a spaceship. The Lego can be anything you want, yeah? There's mods on the workshop that'll put water on a lot of the planets, and then there's in that mod or other mods it'll make it so that certain, like maybe they make it so that tanks float, yeah, and you can actually make boats and submarines, and it is but number 2 100% is going to be better, but I would say that number 2's better in, as a guesstimate, a year from now. Some people might argue and say, oh, as soon as multiplayer's in, it'll be better. But this game's got 13 years of development in it, and it's got it's still got legs. And as well, I don't know. I think it's an incredible game. But anyway, we're all back from the ad break now. So we've come down the central corridor. This is the bridge. Now, you can sort of start to see, like, that's a piece, that's a piece, that's a piece, that's a piece, that's a piece. Like, you got to, it's not like there's just a piece that's the whole cockpit, what's called deck. I got another funny picture on Discord for you. I just fixed a $200 airsoft pistol, shaving down a screw earlier, and now I'm just testing it, and it will work, makes money from nothing, buying a broken one and fixed it. Oh, nice. So I see what you mean. So you, instead of buying a brand new one, let's have a look. Nice. Oren's wish listing all of Godfather's games. Take a quick screenshot of all my games, Oren. I reckon I've got a pretty good collection. I don't play them all, but the ones that I've got these types of hours in, I think like the games that fucking stand out to me, I kind of like jokingly say, yeah, they've got 5,000 hours in them. Yep. Which seems kind of crazy, but a game that you really love, yeah, you could potentially put 5,000 hours in over 10 years or whatever. You know what I mean? So I think, yeah. And look, I haven't given this game enough time, but 1,700 hours has been like, yeah, it is. It's a weird thing to describe. Couldn't recommend it enough. Enhance. CCP. Oh my God. We just found out that Wolfman's actually a Chinese spy, guys. Confirmation. Ready? Look. CCP. He's part of the triple CP. That's higher levels of China spy. You know I'm joking. So I ended up paying for that fucking download that gives us these cool seats, right? So this is the Supreme Captain seat up here. Look at this visibility though as well, yeah? Now keep in mind, you're controlling something this size, yeah? It's hard to sort of get a scale of it, but you know what I mean? Like, choose like one of those round blocks next to the solar panels, yeah, is 2.5 meters by 2.5 meters square cube. So it's a big ship. Look at it. Look at that fucking booster at the back there, baby. That's ready to send us to space. Now we've got this thing here in the middle of the screen. Looks like a turret. We'll go into that in a moment. Anyway, we'll get back inside. So this is that's the big dog seat. This is the second big dog seat, right? So I've got two big dog seats, because if this big dog gets blown away by a missile, this is the second big dog here. He takes over control, right? This is the weapon specialist, he uses this remotely from a seating down position. Look at that, nice view out the window. And then if they press a button on their toolbar, that's right, they take control of a turret. And now it's really janky how it like bobbles around like that, yeah? So imagine it's not doing that, right? Because maybe in space it won't do that, but it's doing it on Earth. Let's go with that. Anyway, we could destroy that fucking thing if we had ammo, but we don't. Anyway, I'm going to put it back down into its... I'm going to try my best. No, I'm not going to. So you can sort of see this whole turret is able to go, yeah, up, and it can shoot all around, and this would be controlled by a human, whereas all of the other turrets that you're seeing are all automatic turrets. Anyway, that's the weapon specialist. That's his control unit there. This is the pilot. So like, this big dog up here doesn't have to fly. He just tells this guy how to fly. He's like, hey, fly over there, yeah? But then if this guy dies, he can take over. But if this guy dies, he's already taken over. This guy dies, there's another guy over here taking over. Everyone in here dies, we're fucked. Anyway, this is the bridge. Beautiful bridge. Great bridge. Out here, this is the viewing deck. So that, yeah, that's the bridge. And like, until you play it, you sort of can't get an understanding of sort of how difficult it can be to like, because to a degree, everything here has to have plumbing, yeah. So it needs to be connected to something else. So think like Satisfactory or, you know, Factorio, things like that, you know, like this plumbing here is intentional and it makes a difference as to where it is. You know, every single piece has to have a position of reason. We're in the middle. Oh, so you've said something that's 1000% possible, Oren. Yeah? There's things called merge blocks, there's things called connectors, like... So, like, I showed you... Well, yeah, so I showed you... this thing here, yeah? Now, the way that I've chose to dock it is just by, like, using landing gear that are magnetically charged, yeah? So, like, the game kind of bugs out when I open this other door, yeah? So it just like magically hovers. I think that's just a bug. It's got it shouldn't happen like that, but it would be very unusual for somebody to connect a vehicle that they wanted, yeah, to be inside another vehicle. Connect it like this. You'd actually use a proper connector and, you know, have it hook up to it. The reason I didn't bother is because it's hard to go into. Like this whole thing that I've built, we're gonna, in my real world where I'm playing survival, we'll make a projection of this and then we'll weld it from scratch. So this would consider this not part of it, even if it was connected the right way. But I'll make a copy of this, yeah, right, by going Control B, rename, space wheelchair. Okay, yeah, it's saved, so it's there, right? So that's the space wheelchair. The space wheelchair is made up of 28 individual blocks, yeah? Now, just as an example, right? This is the first version of the ship, the big ship that we're sitting in right now. This is it right here, and it had 390 blocks. I consider the first time I saved after this version 1. It had 442 blocks. Version 2 had 533 blocks. Version 3, 553. And we're currently sitting inside version 4, which has 559 individual blocks to make up the whole ship. So if this was a Lego set, it has 559 pieces, and it's fucking ages 14 and up. So they're my copies of these things, and then we'll get into it. See how that won't shut now, because it's sort of getting bugged by the fact that the space wheelchair's there. But anyway, I'll show you guys how I drive. Oh, yeah, nice. You see that? Hey, how we dropped down? That was fucking sick. It was unintentional, but it was sick. Anyway, this is the space wheelchair, baby. Woo! Woo! Look, you turn the engines off, do a free fall, fucking turn it back on, completely lose direction. But yeah, you can drive everything, you know what I mean, like a little tiny spaceship. And then the idea would be is that you come back under here. Unfortunately, I can't see above me. Come on. So I'm hitting my bum. It's very, very tight. That's what she said. And then I'd go up as far as possible.
Fuel critical.
I'd fall out of the ship intentionally. Shut the doors. And then we'd park it. Engines off.
Fuel critical.
And you could see these little magnetic feet just lock on. Hee hee! Did I make that noise? Hey, Skeptical. How you doing, brother? And so this ship is made up of big blocks. This ship is made up of small blocks. But you can get the small block and the big ship and the big block worlds to collide, which is what we're sort of doing here. That's parked incorrectly and it's fucking flaring up my autism. That's not parked properly either. There we go. Should hear the feet lock in. Engines off.
Fuel critical.
Autism aligned. So yeah, this is the ship, yeah? This is what I worked on my day off. Now, I've built this in creative mode, yeah? And it has basically no value. Meaning, we put no skin in the game to make this. I can just go like that and make a piece. It's fully welded. Yeah? Zero value. I put the rest of the pictures up now. It's a Takharov. I just finished putting it back together, but the CCCP is actually the Soviet space program. Fuck, Wolfman's got a space gun? Go on to Discord when you get a chance, G. Haha. No worries, my bro. From little ships, big ships, grow. I love that. So Brother Man's put it back together. This is how we know that he's definitely part of the Chinese Secret Service, is because he's told us that this has got to do with the Russian space program. It's clearly a diversionary tactic. Looks cool. If anyone liked fake pics of my boy Wolfman, now we've got hand pics, guys. Yeah? Huh? Huh? Godfather's stepping his game up. We might not have any goth girls, but we definitely got dudes' hands and feet from around the internet. A little bit banged up there. Seen some combat. I like it, brother man. Now Skeps told me to check stuff and things. Have you sent me a message personally? Or have you posted something in the other channel? Fully Sick Memes? Nope. It's in the Discord group. What does that mean? Pretend I'm not retarded for a moment. So general. Is it higher up? When did you post it? No, that's ages ago. Alright, no worries. He lost the slide, so I put a new screw through it, and that's why you don't see the slide lock. Ah. Ah. But it works. Yeah, okay, I see your fix. Aww, he's still got his cat. Corleone. Thank you, brother. That's awesome, guys. Look at this. And look, mate, I definitely appreciate that, but I want everyone to definitely know that I'm not called the Godfather because of this guy. I'm called Godfather because of a TV series. But still, I'm going to take every Godfather we can get. That's sick. And I really do like the letters. Yeah, awesome. Does Godfather have merch? I loved it, brother. Thank you. Alright, so that's where we're up to. Now, I'll quickly just show you before we leave this world and go back to our real world. So this is that's not it. Oh, actually, hang on, it might be. Yeah, it is it. Alright, so actually, that's not right. Nope.
Fuel critical.
What is going on? Sandylands. Kyle Sandylands. Nah, this is not right. It should be spawning the whole pad with the wrong thing on it. What's going on? Why not, you stupid bastards? Let's double check it works. This is pretty cool. This is just off the workshop. It's from 1,000 years ago, but you guys can quickly check it out. You can start to see, you know what I mean, what you can do with this game. It's like Lego, you know what I mean? Like, when Lego came out, you know what I mean? Like, people were struggling to make the actual fucking kits that came with the instructions. Yeah? Right? Have you seen what people make out of Legos today? It's fucking bananas. Like, so, you know, this is, it tells you, it'll give you an actual live update on all of the ore types that you have, yeah? Look, and this isn't just a screen, this is actually hooked up to the vehicle. What happened to Legos? Look at this place, full of doors. Bed. I didn't build this, I'll just make everyone 100% aware of this. This is just off the workshop from years ago. Hey, Firefox. Yeah, I had to tell you, brother, because we were reading your comment live, yeah? Thought we should say something. Alright, let's delete this. Let me just give it one more attempt. How are you, Firefox? I don't know why it's... Maybe I overrode... No, it's definitely... See how it says it's got 390? Yeah, it's literally not spawning the one that I want. But look, I'll just spawn one. That's going to fall over. Well, No, it didn't. But you can see that's the same ship, yeah? You can sort of see it in there. I ended up changing the solar panels to a different color. But, yeah, this is me just sort of fucking around from the start. You can start to see, like, you know, a bit of its inner workings. See, like, the big tanks that hold the fuel. Under here, this is all of the plumbing and the infrastructure that's required to have something like this in space. You know, like tanks and batteries and survival kits and oxygen fucking breathing devices and the nylon and the web. But you can start seeing that there's, you know, a certain pattern that things need to be laid out in, or they need to be connected. Like, these are engines that run off hydrogen, the type of fuel that we'll have in here that can recharge. Like, these are the batteries here. That's one battery, there's another one there. So, like, I've hidden batteries all around the vehicle so that we've got battery power. Yeah, like, that's a battery, that's a battery, that's a battery, so that if we run out of hydrogen, you know, like, we've got a way of sustaining ourselves in space, because we don't know how long we'll be up there. So the idea is, now we'll take this version. So I've done a few tests and checked it out, and I'm pretty happy with it. So we've got a copy of this. So now we'll go over to our actual world where we're doing a survival game. Fuck, Space Engineers 2 is getting me pumped up. Maybe I'll just buy it. Can't. Not yet. Very soon. We need the water to come out. Alright, so... yeah, but mate, that is some of the greatest plastic that's ever been made. Yeah? So you think about how throwaway plastic is, even though it was never originally designed like that, yeah, but how throwaway it is. And then Legos, it doesn't matter. I imagine they end up in land waste less than other plastics. I will refuse. Oh man, isn't that bricks and minifigs thing just fucking crazy? Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you are up to speed with what's going on there, but that's just vulgar. Isn't it? Actually, like, you know, I'll quickly load this, yeah? Just because you can, from this, you'll be able to see the start of where I was. Like, when you start a build, you know, like I was saying, there's like X amount of things that sort of just have to be there. But you can, so
Critical.
originally, the rocket was going to be small grid,
No
yeah?
energy.
So like, look at the booster size, yeah? And look how many tanks there are. So this was going to be the size of the rocket. And imagine it would have ended up double the size, yeah? And you can see my little dude standing there. It's still a big rocket, yeah? But you can start to appreciate how big the rocket is that's next to it. And that is still a fraction of its height. It went much higher than that, yeah? So you can see this is a big ass booster. Looks like it's filled with fucking whale's teeth. So booster, tank, 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 tank. These are all the tanks just for that booster. Uh, Thank you, Aaron. GFA TV established 2023. That's sick. The Aussie flag on it. For some reason, I'm going for Stolen Valor again. But I like my beard. Fuck, look at my weathered face. I look good in AI. Yeah, bro. So this was gonna like. So I was gonna do. Yeah. So like literally the original. Thank you as well, Aaron. I know it is, bro. 100%. We could press like print on that and it would go off. Originally I was gonna do like a reusable comes back down to Earth rocket, but like I was saying earlier, there's a part in this game, yeah, that I haven't explored at all, and I'll just show you it. So like, yeah, this is the Prototech jump drive. This is a thruster. There's a Prototech refinery, assembler, gyroscope. So it's like, imagine every sort of, all of these things are in the game in a vanilla state and an upgraded state. This is the final upgrade version, but you can't just build these. You have to actually go and steal them off AI in the game. So you have to go and have a battle. And so I've sort of never really done any of that, especially not in a survival. So the idea sort of morphed from making a space program, which was what we were going to do. And then I was like, oh, it's kind of not big enough. I think I want something bigger. And that's how we got to this fucking thing. And so you can see the tanks. These are oxygen tanks. These are boosters so that we've got control surfaces. You can see these ones here are so to stop us for going forwards. But each one of these had to have 2 blocks clearance around them so that they wouldn't burn the block in front of them. So we've had to like hook them up inside so that they all have that 2 block clearance. These are our oxygen generators using algae or some shit. That's a refinery. That's an assembler. That's a food processor. And then, you know, like I was saying, like the plumbing, instead of just using plumbing, we've used cargo boxes. And so that's what we've got at the moment, you know, like there, but if we have I still got a foot on this? Yeah. So you can see that that's the skeleton. Canadian Cobra Chicken, what's up, big dog? Skeptical said he'd do some graffiti style merch. Oh, I love it. Thank you, brother. ChatGTP takes the older post I made about the hot dogs and the magic legs and just combines it all together. I love it. Thank you, man. Skeptical's brain right now. I already missed 2 hours. Wish I could have got here earlier, but I had to go to bed. Getting up earlier than I usually do tomorrow to shop. Have a good stream, Godfather. Catch you next one. No worries, Cobra. Good to see you, my bro. Thanks for swinging by. Hope you have a good shop tomorrow. So, are you starting to see that this is the guts, yeah, like this is what is necessary, yeah, to be here, and then that's all buried inside there, and then so all those hallways, all of those like access to the engines and engineering departments and hospitals and beds and stuff are all then just added to it. But you can start to see the size difference between the two of them is quite monolithic. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but that is a monster. Looks like your shit in No Man's Sky. Nice. Now, it is in space, designed to fly, you know what I mean, level, like it's meant. Yeah, and I am on the spicy waters. But you can see how you go from like that one on the right there. Now as well, the 300 count or the 350 count includes the blocks on the ground as well, and it also includes these. Yeah. So this one here might be, let's say it's 250 blocks. Yeah. And this one here is 660 blocks. But yeah, that's a sort of a good, you know, like yeah, you make every single thing, you know. Everything is a one of these or one of them, you know, added, like, and it all adds up. Fuck, I love this game. So anyway, that's that. Now, okay, Wolfman, can you please not kill yourself eating fucking old MREs? Hello, godchildren is so cute. So we're eating mini loaf sliced whole wheat bread, mini loaf. And bro's saying that the bread smells like cheese. That is fucking gross. Alright, so we can jump out of this world. So I'll sort of start giving you guys a picture of what the end game in sort of this scenario, if we continue doing it, is. Like, you know, I'm enjoying it myself. So we'll go back to our world, yeah, where we're doing our survival game, which is definitely this one here. Smart man. I like a Wolfman. Wolfman's not too stupid. He gets taken down by old MRE bread, and I love that you just opt in to eating MREs. It's a decision. So I want you guys to start getting an idea of what we're planning down here. Yeah. So I want you to imagine that rocket that I just showed you needs to fit in the ground or in this hole that we want to prepare. Yeah? You're starting to see the gravity of the situation. So that, I guess, actually, I don't even know. Maybe that is retarded. It might be retarded for no reason. Alright, let's explore option number 2, right? Oh, wow, what an amazing entrance you have, Godfather. It looks like a robot anus into the earth. Yes, it does, in fact. Anyway, the other option is... Alright, so I'll think out loud. That's all the best thing I think I can do for you guys. So, let's just say that we built a launch pad over here. Yeah? I don't even think we have any... we've got building blocks on us. See the difference in building? Now I've got to go and get resources to put this block in. But anyway, let's hypothetically say that we have a launch pad here, right? And we want to build my rocket here. The way I want to build the rocket is through a printer. Like a 3D printer. Yeah? I'll check it out, brother. Did you send them privately or are they in general? Or fully sick memes? Where? Did they not send again? Alright, so here... Lies! Alright, I'll check it in a sec. Alright, guys, so remember I was talking about the ship that we're building is designed to go and fuck some people up? See this unidentified signal that's 9,598 kilometers away? That's the cocksuckers that we need to go and kill to get their stuff, right? So they're not exactly nearby. Yeah? No, it's still not there. Please check the number and dial again. So what I'm trying to say is that the way we would build a printer, yeah, is to have a whole bunch of welders. These bad boys. So you can see that's sort of like a giant welder, and then if we were to present a version, like a hologram of our ship that we built in the creative world, right? This block here is gonna build about, yeah, so this will weld, I think, around about roughly that much area around it, but actually in front of it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So it'll weld, you know, maybe 4 squares in front of it. Our ship that we built is much more than that. So we would have to have some form of device, right, that would say, you know, for example, this is just like a loose concept.
Energy low.
Come on, idiot. Right, you sort of getting the idea. Like, we'd have to have something along these lines, right? Imagine a square, a big square, and that square's got to be, or the area of welder has to be kind of the same size to some degree as the ship that we want to build, right? On top of that, we need to have absolutely every single piece we need for the build ready for the welders to absorb and then put into the print. And then on top of that, we need to find a way of raising this platform that we've just made with all the welders. So, like, we'll have our 3D, like, our model, like, you know, projected. And then these will need to go through that whole model and fucking weld it together. If we don't do it this way, it means we're welding it by hand, which is insanity, Peppers. The other version is that we make a ship that has this all in it. So it has the welders in it, and the ship has the pieces that we need in it, and that goes through it. But the best way for us to do it, I think, is going to be like a 3D printer of sorts. So we'll need to, like, you know, take some measurements. Now I'll quickly show you what a 3D print, like it's still not showed up in general, bro. Well, how long ago did you play it, Skep? So I'll show you guys what the projector looks like and the projection of what we want to do. Left, right, left. Fuck. Which way do you do it? Do you do it with left facing you? Oh, actually, that was probably the letters up the right way. So that would be left, that would be right, and in theory... Alright, so let's just quickly weld this up, and I'll show you what I mean. Godfather, just reminded, how far does a gun have to be before it's using foreign materials? No, like, it's more about, like, the nonsense stuff. Do you know what I mean, Wolfman? Look, I'm sure I'll be able to give you an example within, like, one fucking Google search. Ready? So, what's the game called? Metro. Is that a gun from the game? I don't know if it is, but that would be a prime example. Um, just like I don't know, like shit like this, bro. You know what I mean? Like it just I hate it. Hate it in video games. Like, because like I don't know why it feels like that to me, but even like stuff like that just annoys me. Oh, I hate when this happens, when I just like click an image and I just want it to become bigger. That's Metro Exodus, is it? Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like guns themselves, like, I don't know if that's something from the game, but like having tanks on them and fucking copper piping and stuff like that. No, I feel like Rust gets it pretty well. Pretty Rust is a very like in between place. Like so, like the shovel. Like a great example would be the shovel handle as the butt on an AK. Yeah, that right. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't love it. I actually, it rubs me up a little bit the wrong way. But again, Rust is meant to be like Rust. It's called Rust. Like I can see how this makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I can see how this sort of I don't know. It fits into the sort of world. There's no fucking like and I know this is a bad example, but that's actually a flamethrower. You know what I mean? But it it makes sense. The long rifle makes sense. The SMG makes sense as being like these cobbled together things where like what the fuck's that? Like a piston, and that looks like it's like a hinge, like you're meant to like do this with it. Is that an air rifle? Hate it. I just, and I kind of felt the same from like, I don't know, is this in the game? Is this a real thing? I don't know. But like, yeah, just gauges, this stuff. It's almost like it's more of a steampunk sort of aesthetic that I don't like. Um, Another game would be Fallout. Is it Fallout? And then another game would be Borderlands. All right. So, I shut one by accident. Not shopping. Images. So, what game is this? This is Fallout. I don't know. Classic example of things that I hate. Um, See, that's kind of cool. And not to say I hate everything in the game, you know what I mean? Like, because there was some that I remember I was definitely fond of. Like, um, yeah, I don't know. Just it's got to be like, all right, this is a great example, right? I can understand how somebody can look at that and go, that looks cool, yeah, as a gun from a mythical world that doesn't exist, yeah. But it just annoys me, like the cables and the wires and the tanks and the bars strapped on, just stuff like that. So that makes sense on it being like a pellet rifle, but just do you see what I'm getting at? Like it's that aesthetic. It rubs me up the wrong way, bro. And it's just my autism. Yeah, it's got no other reason for it to happen like this. Yeah, I get what you're doing. You don't want to make another AK. You don't want to make another one of these. Yeah, I get that part, right? But just as soon as that happens, I start switching off in the game. And, you know, this is literally the king of it. You know what I mean? Like, Borderlands, like, this stuff, you just instantly lose me. Instantly lose me. Do you get what I'm sort of getting at? Like, this would probably be the pinnacle of the issue to me. And yeah, potentially Metro is the lower end of it, right? Like, I'm not sure if this is in Metro, but I fucking hate it. Yeah? Looks fucking. It's just on the edge. Yeah, that's sick because it's a real gun. Did I miss something up higher, brother? I apologize. You can call it steampunk. History calls it founding America. Okay, so you're talking about the pellet gun. Yeah, so look, and 100%, don't get me wrong, I don't want everyone to agree with me just because I fucking said something. Yeah, that's got nothing to do with it, right? But it definitely is like that for me. Yeah, so like, guess what? Like, fucking a game I really like could then turn all its weapons into like, look at the gun in this game. How do I show you? Maybe if I get next to a wall and get close. But like, do you see what I mean? Like they've gone with a pretty, you could call that a traditional style looking weapon. It's mythical. It's not real. It doesn't exist. Yeah. But it makes sense to me and it doesn't flare up my autism. Right? What I'm saying is that games like Borderlands, games like Metro, games like what was that other one where you were under the water? Fuck, it was heaps old, and there was giant steam powered fucking robots in it. It's pretty popular, but again, the weapons, they just fucking lose me. Hate it. So anyway, let's get back to business. Did I get the things that I want? Can't get 4 construction comps. Why? Is it because I'm full? No. They're not built. There we go. So, this is our world here, right? Now, everything in this world, we're built by hand with no plans. Like, that's not ours, but you know what I mean? Like, everything we've got, we've come up with through necessity. This thing that we've got a blueprint of, yeah, I've made where I didn't have that as a requirement. So, what I would do here is something along these lines. Now, this is going to be incredibly difficult to see. BioShock is a 1,000,000% what I was talking about. Thank you very much. Let's just have a quick look at that. Alright, so you guys can sort of get an idea of what I'm talking about, like if I was to want to try and print something, yeah? So, yeah. Now, I could go up to this, like I'd have to do a couple of things, yeah? Which I won't do at the moment, right? But I could go up to this and go, alright, I need all the things for this tank here, or this thruster, yeah? Go off and get them, and then just come back and build it, right? But where it starts getting complicated, yeah, is inside of the beast, yeah? Like when you start missing a couple of pieces, like this block here gets unwelded, yeah? So it makes no sense for you to do it by hand. And so hence that's what I'm sort of saying. Like, we need to build some form of frame that can hold all of a whole bunch of welders on it. The welders need to go almost every brick, yeah? And you can sort of see the footprint that we need to cover. It's, you know, like this thing that I've made here is pretty close. It might need to be one ring of blocks bigger, right? But then you can see, all right, we've got the guns on the side, yeah? So the welders have to come out to the side here as well. Then we need to think about how do we either move this around this whole structure where it's able to go through and weld every single piece, yeah? So pistons either picking it up.
Fuel low.
Oh, we're in a real world, yeah.
Fuel
We don't have
critical.
unlimited gas. But so this is what I mean by us having to build this to leave Earth. When we finish building this, another problem arises. Those tanks are all going to be empty, and all of these tanks need a fuckload of ice to fill them up. So we start addressing two problems. Like, most of the materials here that we need for the build, we're going to find just in the earth underneath us, yeah? Pretty much most of them. I've built this in a sense that we won't need to look too much for anything. There's nothing on that that's too exotic, yeah? Now, once we build it, we have to refuel it, and then we need to take a little bit of supplies of what we have, and we need to out of here. I think the next best stage after we leave this planet is that we need to either touch base with a big asteroid up there that has some exotics on it that we want, and set up a small base, and then we need to prepare this ship for interstellar space travel so that we can get to that marker, because we're not flying 9,597,000 kilometers just by drifting through space. So that's sort of our plan that we're going to go for if we do continue playing this. The irony is that if I don't play it on stream, I'll probably play it myself personally, because this is something I want to do. And I think I've got enough time in this game now where I can do it where we don't just look like a bit of a bot doing it. So let's work on, again, that's miles away. This fucking thing, building this, we could leave it up there as like a, you know, look, this is our goal. Look how big it is. Yeah, that's what she said. And again, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing actually. No worries, my bro. Probably just keep awake, Oren, because this is so boring. I'm joking, my bro. There's nothing literally stopping us lowering, you know what I mean, the hologram down, yeah, to the ground, and going through this and welding them up one by one. We could do it just by being smart, going right through the middle and working our way out. It is a lot of time, a lot of trips. So that's what I was saying. We now have to figure out a way that we can build this. Now, a couple of things we need to keep into consideration. It needs to be built in that orientation, like that, because the only has enough thrust to leave Earth directly up. Once we're in space, we're fine. We can maneuver and drive it like it's a fucking minivan. But right now, it needs to be built like this. Now, a little bit of me would like to, like, you know, the super villain in me, would like to excavate a giant fucking hole underneath the Earth, yeah? And then all of the material we take from that hole, we use to build that, right? But we build it in the Earth. But it might just be making... Oh man, we're stuck here. We can't even get up there. Yep, we're stuck. Oh, I'm going to solve that in a moment. I'm about to fucking piss myself, guys. And I'm going to go and visit Penny Wong again. And I think... Do you guys think I should have a third long neck and try and play Space Engineers? Or do I back it off? I'm pretty mildly drunk at the moment, I'll tell you that. I'll be back. back. It's a true story. Bro got something from the Goodwill. Let's check it out. Ooh. How much did you pay? $2. Fucking stolen. So, I'll have you know that the Goodwills in Australia now just make unbelievable profits. Unbelievable profits. That's all they're about. It won't be long before we see one of our Goodwills on the stock exchange. Alright, boys. Look at that. We dug ourselves out of the situation we're in. And that's what we're about. Yeah? We'll deal with adversity. Alright, let's keep going. Let's get some progress in here. Is there any chance I can get you guys to weigh in? What do you want to see? Would you prefer to see rocket built underground, or would you prefer to see rocket built above ground? Like for the grandeur, like offer, like a, you know, we make a proper fucking launch pad and all of that. Maybe even we could have an elevator that would take us up to the doors. Or if we do it underground, it would be a little bit raw dog because, as you can understand, we'd have to dig the hole. Now, again, we're going to dig the hole anyway.
Critical.
I've just, like, I'll give you an example. Like, this drill is got to fill so much space. Alright, that's the wrong thing. So this drill is going to keep drilling anyway. We will have a large hole, but the thing is we won't be able to start construction on the spaceship until we've fucking built, you know what I mean? Like drill the hole out. If we do it above ground, at least we'll be able to, you know, essentially we could start working on the welders and things like that. So I'm not sure if you guys have got any weigh in on this. But what I mean is the drill's going to drill anyway just to give us the resources we need to build said fucking ginormous rocket. So, and the drill's going to expand as well. So I think once we get enough room under here and we can set up a multi-angle automatic drill setup where it comes out and fucking just drills like a whole section, drills a whole section like a 3D printer or a CNC machine, if you will. And then that will give us these tanks up here either filled with stone or filled with resource. Because right now, let's just actually look at it by using the search bar. Yeah, we're just crushing material here. So, look, I want to get up to space to start fighting the guys sooner rather than later. So I feel like above ground's going to be the go. Is that literally where we just... Do we use this as the format right there? And we start building the pad to obviously hold it. And the other thing we've got to think about as well is how we might actually have to do like some form of gripping arm, you know what I mean? Like, sort of like a tower next to it to hold the rocket, because it doesn't have any landing gear. Like, this landing gear here is just so I could start building it. So, alright, there was 0 votes, I win. We're building a pad. Now, one thing that already starts from that is that we have to have the pad come from our grid, like this grid that we're on right now. that means building connected to it. Well, it's still a space program. We're going to space. We're just going to space to kill people. Does that seem like a reasonable reason to go to space? Now, there's actually some really cool blocks that have been added to the game to actually aid with this, so we can have a look into them. Fuck, what are they called? Ground? No. Floor. Here we go. Floor center. So there's this, a 3x3 slab, right? So that's quite interesting to us. Let's check that out. And then also there's some big beams, I think they were, like sort of industrial, not these ones. Ah, these ones here, diagonal beams. So 3x3, 4x4. So if we chuck a few of these in, because I would normally just build with these blocks that we're using currently. And then we'll check that floor panel out again, because I know there's a Corbin Dallas multi-floor there. So this is just aesthetics, kind of, you know, don't you know? But the benefit would obviously be, yeah, this is nine blocks equivalent. So I guess it's weird when you start dealing with this. Like, could you imagine what that actually feels like for, you know, people at SpaceX, like, or the people that worked on the rockets? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, how does it feel dealing with that scale? Like, such a great, like, imagine what it feels like when you don't have a single fucking thing even done. Like, when it came up with the first idea, like, hey, we should go to space. Like, what do we have? Oh, we've got nothing at all. What do you mean we've got nothing? Like, nothing at all. Like, we don't have an idea. We don't have any plans. Nothing. Let's get started. That's got to be wild. Like, yeah? To know that, you know what I mean? You're building something that would be like that. I just, and, you know, again, like, we're watching. I'll just make this clear, yeah? I'm not a SpaceX or a fucking Elon fanboy or anything like that. But it is wild to think right now the largest rockets in the world are being caught, yeah? I know they're not actually reproducing that feat too often anymore, but it's just, it's psycho. It's fucking psycho. I just couldn't imagine what it would be like to start. Like, I even think that when I look at, like, a really large building, you know, like, under construction. Do you guys ever have that happen? Like, where you're looking at it and you're like, where do you start? Like, if you start the wrong fucking place, yeah? You're fucked off the rip. You know, and you just, I know it's not just winging it. I'm well aware there's like a process in it, yeah, but just fucking crazy. These struts look interesting. Yeah, they're pretty cool. We can make that part of the build. So you can see that the projector is perfectly lined up, you know what I mean? So this block here that's projecting this image is lined up with our grid as long as we keep it all the same. You'll see something incredible actually happens when, like, if I was to see how that block lights up now? So that's sort of informing it that we've made it part of the same grid as the projector. Yeah, the projector's changed color now. It's like, you know, it's happy. So look, and because this block could connect to that block, that would be our tether. Remember I was saying like we've got no way of holding the rocket? So that would actually be our way of starting. Like we could start welding that block in right now if we had the resources, and then once that block's welded in, yeah, we'd be able to weld this block next to it. And then once we could weld that one, we could weld this one and that one and this one. And it's like a virus that spreads, yeah? But it's got to be connected to a block that can be welded. But what I'm trying to figure out right now is sort of... Now, I want to have some, I don't know, a little bit of believability. Is believability a word? So you would have a flame trench underneath a rocket that's got a big fucking booster majigger like this, right? So I want to imagine like, and I imagine that that flame trench would be like a pitch angle like this to like grab it, and then 2 tunnels or 4 tunnels coming off. But I think we'll do a 2-tunnel approach. So maybe what I do is like build out from here. That's the dead center. Yeah. Now that's a really aggressive pitch angle. So like maybe where are we at? Maybe something like this would be better. Yeah, that makes sense. So you'd like take the blast from... Oh, machine guns are getting some action. Now I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to flame trenches or anything like that, and I'm not that guy. But I've seen them in things on the internet. So what I like to do sometimes is when I'm sort of exploring an idea...
Fuel low.
Oh fuck, that's an actual issue in this world. See, I've been
Fuel
in...
critical.
I've spent 2 days in a different world where when she would say fuel critical, I didn't actually listen to her. And I didn't fall out of the sky. We're back to falling out of the fucking sky. Nice, we weren't critical enough to drain the tank. This is actually very exciting. Now as well, I feel like maybe the ship should be rotated. Yeah? Does anyone know the get rotated meme? Yeah? Can I just show you guys it? It's one of my favorite memes because it makes no sense. Get rotated, idiot. Do I have to actually tell you it's a meme, internet? Yeah, there we go. This is one of my favorite memes. Have you guys seen it before? Get rotated, idiot. Let's watch it again. Look at him. He comes at him. Do we have to watch it in slow-mo? Look. So bro's holding a fucking milk crate, yeah, underwater, and this shark is clearly being a menace. Not sure what type of shark it is. I'm not a shark expert. I want to say a bronze whaler, but bronze whalers would never be like that. Anyway, so the shark's coming at him. The box doesn't work. He grabs the head whilst it's opened its mouth and it's ready to go at him, right? Check this fucking ninja move. Boom. Get rotated, idiot. Get... Look at him. He's holding an apex predator in the most peculiar way. Look where his hand is. It's cupping the mouth. I was wondering why my car was overheating in beaming Korea. I bought it as a rolling chassis and added it to the engine, added the engine and stuff, but I forgot the radiator. That will classic do it. Oi, Firefox. Chris suggested to me I try the career, yeah. And bro, I was able to buy a car, and then I had a car, and I just didn't know what to do after that. Yeah, I was rotated, idiot. Anyway, so that's what we're going off there, guys. That's why when I say something needs to get rotated and I get a little jolly out of it, that's why. Does that make sense now? Alright, so I'm trying to position myself where I can see my model, yeah? Because when you're using the projector, it can sometimes be difficult if it's not in sight. Now, we're looking for roll, get rotated. That was the wrong roll. Alright, see? So now let's try yaw. That's the wrong one. Let's try pitch. That's the right one. I think that's the underbelly right there. Yeah, it is. It was the Pessima, surprisingly very overheat resistance. It now just needs to sit in a river every now and then to cool off. I love it. Or just maybe one day, brother, if you don't mind, yeah. Like if you're on, you know what I mean. If you're watching and I'm bugging going, like maybe if I was to start a career mode, you might be able to give me a little bit of guidance because I just felt lost. Is all. You know what I mean? Just the old man shit that's required. Go over here, do this. Stop being an idiot. Get rotated, idiot. Alright, so that kind of rotated it in a way where our flame path won't make any sense whatsoever anymore, but I still think it needed to be rotated. I feel like this is the way I'd want it facing. So that conversation's now over. Now you might have noticed that... Oh, actually... Now, I may have noticed, so I haven't saved the latest version, but it was because I was fucking around with that turret, so that's a good thing. We'll keep it like that. We're already probably I'm a little drunk, guys. Not hugely drunk, but a little bit drunk. Might grab another long neck, there's no way of telling. Yeah, we're going to face it that way. I don't like how this side looks, these look black, because that's not the colour they actually are, but it'll... Wait, are they? And it just looks weird because it's like in hologram mode. Alright. No worries, my bro. Well, I'm definitely open to trying it out. Like I said, I won't ask for your advice and then say, no, there's a better way to do it. But, yeah, just... Like, I wouldn't know the foggiest to do, but it'd just be great, bro, if, like, fucking either, like, you or Krish were on next time I try it out. Because, yeah, I think my enjoyment level in it will be much higher than me buying a car and then just sitting there in the car park going, well, right now it's no different to me just, like, playing... the vanilla game, spawning on this map and driving around in a vanilla Pessima because I didn't know what jobs to do or fucking anything. Like, I couldn't even figure out how to get to a job or what a job was or how I might earn money or get my car upgraded or anything. I had no idea where I was, brother, if that makes sense. But again, the whole game's a mystery to me. Like, I can get in beat MG and race around, yeah, that's not an issue. But anything outside of that, I kind of struggle with. Alright, let's start thinking properly. So we want to be able to get a flame trench out. This is the way we want to orientate the vehicle. I think we're going to do this where this is where we launch from. They start right up with NOS. That's awesome. Just running them on straight NOS. And I hope you guys can understand that, like, sort of doing something in this world is a lot different to doing something in the world where I created this. Like, this world where I created this meant nothing. Where this world here is where we live. There's a issue I want to fix as well. We might have a quick look into that. So let's just save and quit. I noticed that the threats on the map for us were just wolves. I want it to be wolves and meteorites. So let's just quickly check our settings. There's a way of changing them. Here we go. So this is our world, so we'll edit the settings. We're in a survival. This is the advanced settings. Weird. Yeah? So there's Meteor, yeah, and it's saying it's on normal. But we haven't had a single Meteor encounter. Like, why? Oh, we've got every NPC encounter. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. There's this random encounter density. No, it's definitely up the top. See? Armageddon's like... It's so weird. Yeah, meteor showers. Why are they not happening? It's got nothing to do with asteroid amount. That's to do with, like, asteroids in space. Is there any fucking space engineers out there that know? So like we didn't change a single thing. I thought I must have set it to safe because it wasn't happening. Oh my god, I can't believe Demusent? Is that Demusent? I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, my bro. Bro, I was literally joking about having any space engineers here, and I, like, you know what I mean? Like, because I know all the bros that I hang out with, yeah, don't play it. I'm teaching them about it, yeah? So, I was literally joking when I said it, so thank you so much. So, when on worlds where you breathe oxygen, the atmosphere is too thick to allow meteors to sorry, the chat's moving, pass into the world. You need to be in space or on worlds without an atmosphere. So yeah, you're true, because where I did the build on this originally was on, come on, you can remember it. Pertan. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, man, for being active, Google. That's mind-blowing. I'm not sure how long you've been here to be watching an old drunk guy continue his build, but I I'm embarrassed. I feel like Demu Sense got some hours. You got a fucking NASA badge with your name, my bro. You don't work for NASA, do you? And very nice to meet you as well, mate. And thanks for the help. So this was probably stupid. I feel like I'm doing a little bit of scaffolding just to figure out where our flame trench is going to go. But we don't want to overcook it. Let's get back to our Corvindalis multi-slab. I feel like maybe we need to do the aggressive angle because I just, like, when we just did the other angle, I think this might be the right angle, but maybe it was meant to be done from a deeper angle. Yeah, bro, it does. The game's got, like, it's weird. Look, I've probably got the worst way of learning on the face of the fucking earth, yeah, but, the game does, like, it's got a huge learning curve, like, especially for somebody, I don't know, like myself, I don't think I feel like I've grown up around computers, so they're kind of obscure to me, so, like, what might seem normal for other people could be very easy. Like, for normal people, it could be very easy to adapt to this game, but yeah, I struggled. I did everything the wrong way. I think we need to go further over, lower back, and we need to... the other thing is, we could probably actually raise the rocket up. Let's just do that. Instead of digging around like a peanut, let's just make it a bit higher. Because all I want to do is get the angle of the flame trench kind of good on both sides. For no other reason than role-playing abilities. So 26 we're at. That made it a little bit higher. No, that's moving it over. That seems to be doing it. I forgot to check what number we were on before we moved it. That is 1,000 too high. That's at 9. It really does pay dividends in this game to pay attention to what your numbers are on sliders of things like this. So let's go back to just -6 and have a look. That's still sort of too high, so let's go... That could be what we're looking for. Doesn't matter what height any of this is, like we can build up to it with scaffolding or whatnot, but all I was trying to do is sort of envision this coming up and meeting sort of, it's not going to meet perfectly in the middle at all, but I kind of want it to look good on, I don't know, at least one side. What the fuck? I didn't even realize there's AI that does that in the game, man. You're blowing me away. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a bit of a stream where we fuck around with the career mode, I think, Fire. Let's just have a quick look at that. See, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah. Like the angle, and then we'd have like a bit of a pipe coming out of it. And then we can always raise the rocket up as well. Now, like I said, it won't go halfway sort of perfectly, but we can have the backside not exactly even, because it won't be as important. Do you know what I mean? Just aesthetically, this has got absolutely zero real-world benefits in this game. We're just doing this because of Godfather's autism, so... God damn it. I'm sorry about making that noise trying to sprint, guys. I haven't eaten. My character's hungry. But we'll just jam a little bit more. Like so. But I'm liking this already. I'm not going to lie. Flame Trench has been something I've wanted to do in this game for a while. Maybe there's a way we could emulate flames coming out of it as well, because, you know, like nothing out of this booster is going to make... And look, literally we're talking for 1 second of view time, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to jump in this rocket, we're going to fucking press a button, detach, press up, yeah? We're going to be able to see what we're building here for 1/10 of a second. Still can't help me thinking maybe we could put some exhaust ports like here, like these ones. Exhaust starts with E. Like these ones, which you can then tell them to like blow flames out. So let's weld one of them in just so I can show yous. So when we start actually getting into it, yeah, what we'd do is we'd bring up plumbing from underground here and run it along, and that'd potentially be this connection is our plumbing, and then over here we'd have at least a storage box so that we could access our full inventory from underground, so we're not running in and out of here like a fucking big giant idiot. I'm just having a quick look, thinking if we fix our food problem. We're out of cooked meats. I don't think we've got food. Yeah, we're at a... We got a chili. Let's just eat that. That was our only chili, though, so don't get too pumped up. We're going to be hungry immediately. But, I don't know, there's something about this game where, like, you know what I mean? Like, we could pump a few days into it and come in here and I don't know, it's like a drug. Like, there'll be, like, but, you know, we can walk away from it and we can come back. It's not in a real world, it's not in a survival server, it's not online, so it's got, you know what I mean? Then we can come back and be like, oh, that's where we were, fucking... Place light towers, automate the doors. Yeah, I really like that about that for this stream, because, like, you know, the other game that I wanted to sort of jam a little bit, which is odd, but Last Oasis, yeah, survival game, building elements in it, but I can't just walk away for that for a week and play Arma and Beam or, you know, fucking whatever, and then come back to it. This is something we can. And we can still have the same goals. Like, yeah, we'll get a board up that says, you know, our goal is to get to an asteroid, find some rare minerals, make the ship interplanetary, fucking go and fight the cocksuckers and get their technology. Once we take their technology, try and get to Pertram and make a life there. Or something along those lines, you know what I mean? Like, we can have that goal in place just... over any time period. It might not be everyone's cup of tea to play this game, but it's my cup of tea. And like I said, like, I'll play what I want to play. Like, but the thing I do like about it is I can just pull the pin out of it and not play it for 2 days. Whereas other games, Rust, there's an issue with that. Yeah, fucking Last Oasis, there's an issue with that. DayZ, there's an issue with that. Like. So, I've lost track of what I was doing. I'm building a thingamajiggabob. Let's make sure we've got stuff for it. There we go, with our fantastically fast construction. I'm also about to take a break, go and grab another beer. But what I want to do is turn this thing on so I can show you sort of what I was saying, where we could mime there being an incident, like flames going through the trench. Exhaust starts with E, guys, in case you didn't know. So we're going to do something like fire and smoke large. Power dependency 0. Will it just happen? It is. Excellent. We just almost died. See what I'm saying? So we could set up some very, very clever systems that are in this game. Yeah. So where we have it that once we disconnect from the, you know, the device that's holding the spaceship in place, once that disconnects, obviously we're going to be accelerating up, and that tells these to turn on fucking 1 second later, yeah? And it looks like they're shooting flames out of the flame trench. Can you start to see what we're, little bit of design? Now, again, it doesn't have, there's no reason or benefit to do something like this, but I think that's what Space Engineers is all about. Like, I really do, is that you can emulate these things. You see people using these all the time as like exhaust. Like, people used to make exhausts out of other things. So they would make a thruster and they'd put it on top of their vehicle, and then they would half destroy it. Like, they would actually go and attack it so that it got broken, because in the broken state it made fire come out like this. Yeah. So then the devs end up just adding something like this. But we can have 4 of them on this side and 4 of them on this side, and when we take off, you know, it will visually look like we're pushing some flames out the flame fucking trenches that we're building. I think that's fucking unreal. And this is sort of like how the, you know, the flame trench would sort of take its shape, is that, like, you know, we need a gap, a cavity in this, you know, like, so we just take those Lego pieces and we start making that tunnel. Now again, there could be 1,000 better ways, or 100 better ways, or 1 better way for us to be able to create the illusion that we're trying to create, or whatever you want to call it. Like, but that's this plate. Yeah, I don't know. There's something. I don't know what game has this. There's no other game on the face of the earth that comes close to this. You could, if anyone knows, you know, there's a game called Imperion that would seem like it's semi, you know, close to Space Engineers to a degree. You know, like, and so potentially, like, I've already done it wrong. I don't know. Like, and yeah, and then on top of that, you think, okay, cool beans. Like, that's all well. You're sitting here in a world doing this for literally no reason. You know what I mean? You just, yeah, like, it's playing a video game, yeah. But then you can go and jump on a live fucking server. You know what I mean? You could make your own server, yeah, where between you and the boys, the idea of the server is first one to get to Mars. Like, you know, I don't know. That's cool. That's really cool. It is different to like any other game. And I'm excited because Space Engineers 2 has come out. Like, so what they're adding to Space Engineers 2 is just Space Engineers 1. Then, you know, I'm not being rude to them at all. They're not developing shit, yeah. But when they finish adding Space Engineers 1 to Space Engineers 2, guess what they're going to start doing? Fucking engineering themselves, yeah? They're going to be like, alright, cool beans, we brought this product up to the same speed as the other product, yeah? What can we do with it now, yeah? Because, like, the stuff we're experiencing now in Space Engineers, this game, yeah? Fuck, wind back the clock 6 years, wind back the clock 4 years, and ask people if they thought they'd be able to do what they can do in this game now. I don't think they'd chance in the world they'd believe you. It's incredible. Incredible. I'm putting fucking Lego blocks down now in front of you, yeah? Nothing impressive's happening at all, yeah? But you see, like, where it ends up in this playthrough, or, like, go and have a look at the workplace, or go and have a look, the workshop, sorry, or go and look at YouTube and see some shorts of some wild things that people are coming up with. Absolutely fucking blockbuster, wild shit. I don't even know what I've just cut off then, but... So, guess what? It's very difficult to see there, isn't it? Yeah? It's very difficult to see there. You almost can't see anything. You almost have to have some form of visionary vision in order to start envisioning what I'm envisioning. But yeah, when you've got an idea in your head, you get an idea in your head, and then you look down and you go, ooh, hang on a sec. Let's weld a few blocks in and see what it looks like. And I don't know, like, Lego's not like this because you can't do it at this rate, yeah? You can't undo it, like, as quickly. Yeah, there's no breaking of it. Like, Minecraft's similar. Like, Minecraft's the... And, how many times have you guys heard me say I hate games that are blocky, yeah? That's all this game is blocks, yeah? But there's somehow... It's like Lego. When you watch somebody that's amazing with Lego build Legos, you're like, this guy's taking blocks and making round edges with it. This should be illegal. How is he doing such a feat? Visionary vision to envision what I'm visioning. No chance in the world I said that sentence. But if Godfather said that in 2026, I'm fucking into it. What a fucking visionary. I'm gonna let you guys stare at my vision. Is that okay? Envision my vision while I vision our vision. I'll be back. I'm getting another beer.
Energy low.
Alright. Hello, my name is Godfather, I am back. Yes, he fucking clipped it. Fuck, I'm gonna watch it. This Godfather guy sounds alright. We might watch some of him. Visionary vision in order to start envisioning what I'm envisioning, but fuck, bro, I actually said it. That's wild. Also, getting my beer out of the plastic wrapper, I fucking busted my knuckle up. Might bleed. Can I share this? Of visionary vision in order to start of visionary vision. Firefox is on fire tonight? How'd you get the name Firefox? Huh? Tell me now. Now, is the guy from NASA still here? Do you see the problem? That's a bit better, yeah. I don't like that that one's finishing on... Oh, it would always finish on an angle. Hang on. No, it wouldn't. It's just dependent on which one it is. So, like, potentially this flame channel could be wider. Also, I think there's some bits missing out of it. Let's not put them in just yet until we know. Also, can you guys see my finger that is bleeding? Fucking lot of blood. Lot of blood. So much blood. Now again...
Low.
Oh, we got to remember the lady when she said fuel low, remember?
Fuel critical.
Fuel low sounds like a surname. You know, like Daniel Fuel Low.
Energy critical.
Does that make sense? Is it just because I'm drunk? So... yeah, I'm liking this, and then... oh, we just got struck, right? So, potentially, right? Potentially, what we could do is... now, again, I'm not, like, finished with this, because I feel like this one here needs to move one block further out, right? But, what we could do is this, yeah? We put a block... oh, we've fucking buried ourselves in here. It's alright. I've pressed the wrong key, guys. So if we put that there, right? And I'll go and grab a bunch of steel plates so we can start welding some stuff in, just so we can start getting a little bit of a gauge of what we're looking at looks like. Does that make sense? We don't have a huge amount, so let's put a few on, and it's saying we don't have any metal. So first things we'd want to do is bring the drill back. It's on the wrong fucking thing. Alright. So this is the importance of having the HUD on. There we go. So we're bringing the drill back. I flipped you guys off as well. Well, I can actually remember that. I did not remember saying that sentence. Yeah. At all. So, I guess... fuck, we're probably going to have to dig a little bit out here. Let's just do it now. was probably a bit much. No, it probably wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. There's something completely like, I want you guys to understand that like I found this game, and when I found it, I was playing it where I'm playing in creative mode, and I want you to fully understand this, yeah? I'm playing creative mode like I think that's how the game was meant to be played. Yeah, I didn't even know about survival mode, like where you have to earn everything. Like I thought the idea was just to like like I said, you put a block out and it's just fucking built. Yeah, that's not what we're playing here. And so when I found this like survival game that has this progression path as well, like it's not necessarily with like this, but there's parts that we couldn't build until we'd, you know what I mean? Like built other things, and I don't know. It's just, I think it's very, very well done. And anytime you accomplish something inside survival mode, your head explodes. Like it's actually an accomplishment. Like you send a fucking rocket into space, yeah. It's a big deal. And I know that sounds silly just to be talking about like a video game, but and I know this isn't Kerbals or anything like that, yeah. Like it's nowhere near as complicated as something like that. But you can make this game as complicated as you want, you know what I mean? And that's sort of like what I'm trying to do here by, I don't know, playing the way that we're playing. Like, we could be in space in 2 seconds by just building a tank and a seat and literally go up there and find the resources that we need to be able to have ion thrusters and literally be there in like 2 fucking seconds. Like, but this, I don't know, feels much, I don't know, heaps more rewarding to me. And again, I only got to here where this rewarding level is after 1,700 hours. That's fucking ridiculous. Alright, give me 1 sec. I'm going to show you the exhaust. Ready? So we want fire and smoke. That should be doing that right now. Alright, boys. Oh, I like it. So potentially, again, like this could be brought one block forward, but we want it coming out of the actual vent. Do you get what I mean? So, let's just
Low health.
quickly do it. And then, I've got a surprise for you guys. So we're actually low health, that's not cool. Exhaust. Oh, we're about to die. And you can sort of see what I'm talking about. We'll have all this welded in and we'll start properly exploring it soon. But I like this idea of like mimicking what you would see, in the real event. Now, guys, I've got some cool and bad news. You ready? The stream is over. Do you know why? I'm gonna go and fucking eat Indian food with my cousin. We're gonna get fucked up drunk, in fact. Like, because why not? If you guys actually knew the day that I had today, you'd be like, Godfather, you should go out and get wrecked drunk. So what I'm gonna drop you... Oh my god, Clark's playing Space Engineers as well, so it doesn't even fucking matter. I'll just actually drop you off to a better streamer. How does that sound? Yeah? Everyone give Clarky a follow when we get in there, please, if you haven't already, because my boy, he's literally my favourite streamer. Yeah? And that's not just words. That's actually accurate things. So thank you very much, everyone. I'm sorry it's a short stream tonight, but I want to go and eat some dinny dins and have a drink with the cuzzy. I'll chat to you tomorrow. Can't wait. Love you.
From the UK, today we are playing Space Engineers. We're currently like designing, well, trying to build the rest of our the fucking song is distracting me so freaking much. I just can't.